Before I start talking about the book, I'd just like to quickly say that this is one of those pieces that started off really ugly, and I really had to push past that ugly stage in painting it. There were lots of points where I just wanted to stop and not do it anymore, which I think is definitely a lesson that I've learned more recently, that I have to push through that ugly stage, and it's not necessarily something I used to know. And so I'd just like to give that little bit of advice to anyone who's working on their own paintings and can't get past that ugly stage. You just have to keep working it, because it just needs a little bit more. Although, of course, there is a point when you do have to give up, but that's your judgment, and you have to make that judgment carefully. So there's that. I hope you enjoy it. Like the Dawn French book that I reviewed last week, Zadie Smith's On Beauty is a novel about family. It's about flawed family, and it's about parents making poor decisions. However, that's kind of where the similarity ends, because the characters aren't treated by the writing quite so kindly, I don't think, although they are treated fairly. The novel begins just after the father has had an affair. You don't yet know who it's with or for how long it happened. Information is given slowly and as the other characters learn it. It's kind of a cliche to say, but this makes it more engaging, more of a page turner. The prose itself is beautiful. There are descriptions that I wish I'd written. It's fantastically written. It's about politics and philosophy. The politics is to do with class and race, mostly. The mother figure is the more political of the two, although she's in the book, it seems like the marriage has, it in a way, quietened that element of her, and she only regains it as the marriage changes and she learns more. It also discusses aesthetics, which of course is an element of philosophy, which I did study, although aesthetics isn't really my area of philosophy. It's a little funny that I chose to do a portrait for this book, given that the father in the book is very against representational art. The way that aesthetics and philosophy of art was dealt with in the book definitely made me want to read more about it and to understand more. Particular artists and pieces of art were discussed, and I found it very, very interesting. The ending of the book seemed to me quite sudden, but that might have just been me. It might have just been the way I was reading it. It just seemed to happen all very quickly, like everything had gone at quite a leisurely pace. I mean, the book is not a short book, and yet it encompasses very little time, which means that everything can be told in quite a lot of detail, but then the end seemed all of a sudden this happened. But like I say, that could have just been the way I was reading it. I do have a habit and a tendency to skim a little. I did really enjoy the book, though. I'm not sure I understood everything in it, and I think I perhaps would like to reread it. But I could never say that it wasn't a fantastic book. Thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Feel free to subscribe and like. I make new videos every Tuesday, and I've already got next week's all planned and the sketch done, so I'm quite excited for that. Check in the description box for my Instagram links and my Patreon. I'd really like it if you supported me in any way you can. Anyway, now I'm going to leave you to just enjoy the rest of the video. Thank you.